On January 25th, 2015, our lives changed quite a bit. Our daughter Marlowe was born into the world at 31, just shy of 31 weeks, so 9 weeks early. Very unexpected. Everything was very smooth until then, and 3 pounds 11 ounces of her was born on the 25th, and she actually was doing really well, and she did really well. We were at St. Joe Hospital in Mishawaka. We were very, very fortunate. I had a couple past clients there who took care of her. It was basically our second family for a couple of weeks. Grab my briefcase with my laptop, go to the hospital, hang out with her, do a little bit of work, you know, because real estate never stops, even when you have a baby. That was kind of the new normal for us, was just waiting on her to grow bigger and be ready to go home. And then I think it was day 12, a doctor who had been on vacation for about a week or so came back and noticed that her head looked a little bit bigger than it was expected. So they did an ultrasound on her and found out that she had something called hydrocephalus, which is where there's fluid buildup in your brain. She had had 2 grade 3 brain bleeds that caused the hydrocephalus, and basically blocking ventricles. It basically blocks where the spinal fluid goes down, and therefore not having anywhere to go with all that fluid. She was within hours on an ambulance headed down to St. Vincent Hospital in Indianapolis, and of course we were shortly thereafter, and it was just a whole different world, going from our cushy little private room with all people we know, you know, and you know, just having that comfort of being home, to what my husband and I kind of described as like the Matrix. You know, you walk into this room and it's just pods, you know, baby here, everyone's hooked up to something, there's beeping everywhere, and so that was new normal number 2, you know, once we found out, gosh, not only do we have a 9-week early baby girl, we also have, you know, a baby that has problems, you know, and of course at the time you have no idea, you know, you're just living in a haze. And the biggest thing that was hard to get through was we were told by pretty much every doctor that she was very high risk of having problems, you know, and those problems could range from just needing glasses to not ever being able to walk or talk or see or anything. And you know, you're just looking at this, you know, 4-pound baby, and you're like, okay, well, I guess we just wait. And that was a little rough those first couple of weeks after finding out of her having the hydrocephalus, is just, you know, staying off the Google, not trying to look up, you know, gosh, what if. During this whole time, we ended up being down at St. Vincent for another 35 days, so it was 47 days that Marlowe was in the NICU between the 2 hospitals. Just the support we had behind us was amazing. You know, first of all, at the time, we had a, you know, 40-year-old boy, so my parents pretty much took over for him while we traveled back and forth. Our, you know, new normal again number 2 was being down in Indianapolis from Thursday through Sunday pretty much every week. We had my husband's sister who lived in Carmel who we were able to stay with, which was just unbelievable. We were so lucky to have that. Just having my parents take care of our son, and everyone here at work. Elisa, our client care specialist at Coldwell Banker, just made sure everything was staying smooth. And even our Coldwell Banker family, I mean, we came back one day and, you know, we had a gift of gift cards and just all those things that you need when you're traveling back and forth, but you don't want to ask someone for, you know, money or food or things like that. Just the support was amazing, and it really helped us get through this. I'm happy to say, you know, Marlowe's almost a year old now, and so far she is a normal baby. She ended up having a shunt put in surgically. It's something that goes like in behind your head, behind your ear. And it basically acts as a bypass valve for that fluid. So, and it's a permanent thing. She'll have it forever. And there's always a risk of malfunction, so we know what the warning signs are. We've only had one little scare so far, but so far this kid she's crazy. She's fierce, and she does everything as she's supposed to. She hits all her milestones, and I can already foresee she's going to be a bit of a more mischievous one than our son was. Very happy to say she's a very, very healthy and very happy baby, working up being a toddler. So, you know, that journey is not something that a lot of people kind of go through. I guess in all walks of life you have a challenge, but this one just really kind of connected us to the support when a family is going through kind of a trauma. You know, it was approached to me actually during the time we were down at the NICU in Indy. that Memorial Children's Hospital had a foundation here, and that's something that honestly we might be able to utilize over the years with Marlowe, but knowing that there's support out there that's going to be local to my area that we can actually support was huge. I said, you know what, that's it. That's what I want to do. I've been waiting for years to figure out how can I give back to my community, and this actually has a personal touch with me. So, we decided in 2015 that we wanted to make sure that a portion of every dollar that came into Team Bodine went back to Memorial Children's Hospital. And it's just a great program, and I'm glad to have it in our community. So that's her story. She's kicking and doing really well. We're happy that we had the group that we did behind us to get through that.